Will you all rise and stay standing as Mr. Green and the Gonzales High School Band play the national anthem. You may be seated. And thank you, Mr. Green and the GHS Band. I'd like to thank all of you for coming out this afternoon to celebrate our graduating class of 2021. I would also like to acknowledge our guest, Mayor Jose Rios, Mayor Pro Tem Scott Funk, Councilmember Liz Silva, Councilmember Lorraine Worthy, Councilmember Paul Miller, and of course, Superintendent Yvette Irving, and our board members, Cesar Ion, Celeste Daniel, Maria Cuevas, Jose Lopez, and Araceli Flores. Thank you again for all your support in helping our students succeed throughout the 4 years here at GHS. And now for your principal's message. Perseverance. What is perseverance? The definition of perseverance in layman's terms: don't give up, you can do it, I got this, just get it done. During your 4 years at Gonzales High School, many of you have experienced difficult obstacles. You have persevered through floods, raging fires, and a pandemic of global proportions. In school, it was in the form of remote distance learning, exploring ways to communicate, and depending on technology. You knew nothing about asynchronous and synchronous instruction. Many of you persevered through economical and personal hardship. Day after day, week after week, month after month, whatever life threw at you, you persevered. Many of you were persevering without knowing the actual definition, but you were living it. Well, guess what? Perseverance will never go away, never vanish or disappear. You will have persevered throughout your whole lifetime. You have learned many things throughout your high school years, but you will take what you have learned to get through college, vocational school, a job career, raising a family, fighting a sickness, combating personal tragedy. You will persevere. You all take this word and never forget it. Never forget what you had to endure. Never forget what and how you had to handle it. You take it wherever life may take you. It's what you had to learn while surviving through a pandemic. It was through the grades you earned, that sport you participated in, that letter block on your jacket, that certificate at semester awards, and that scholarship with your name on it. The black and orange, the Spartans. Go Big G, go Gonza. I wish you all the very best in your future endeavors, class of 2021. Go forth and take everything that you have learned so far from your parents, teachers, instructional aides, counselors, academic counselors, district, site administrators, and of course, classmates. Remember where you came from, Gonzalez, and persevere. And now I'd like to welcome Mr. Ocampo, assistant principal, to the stadium, to the podium.
Buenas tardes, familias, gracias por estar con nosotros. Soy Mr. Ocampo, el subdirector de la escuela. Perseverancia. ¿Qué es la perseverancia? La definición de perseverancia en términos simples: no te rindas. Puedes hacerlo. Yo lo tengo. Hazlo. Durante sus 4 años en la preparatoria de González, muchos de ustedes han tenido obstáculos difíciles. Han perseverado a través de inundaciones, incendios y una pandemia de proporciones globales. En la escuela fue en forma de aprendizaje a distancia, explorando formas de comunicarse y dependiendo en la tecnología. No sabía nada sobre instrucción asíncronas y sincrónicas. Muchos de ustedes perseveraron a pesar de las dificultades económicas y personales, día tras día, semana tras semana, mes tras mes. Lo que sea que la vida les arrojará, perseveraron. Muchos de ustedes estaban perseverando sin conocer la definición, pero lo estaban viviendo. La perseverancia nunca desaparecerá, nunca. Tendrás que perseverar durante toda tu vida. Todos han aprendido muchas cosas a lo largo de sus años escolares. Tomarán lo que han aprendido para enfrentar la universidad, la escuela vocacional, una carrera, formar una familia, luchar contra una enfermedad y combatir la tragedia personal. Perseverarás. Todos tomen esta palabra y nunca la olviden. Nunca olvides lo que tuviste que soportar. Nunca olvides qué y cómo tuviste que manejarlo. Lo llevas a donde te lleve la vida. Es lo que tuvieron que aprender mientras sobrevivían a una pandemia. Fue a través de esta calificación que obtuviste, ese deporte en que participaste, esa letra en tu chaqueta, el certificado de los premios semestrales y la beca con su nombre. Los colores negro y el anaranjado, los espartanos. Vamos Big G, vamos Gonza. Les deseo todo lo mejor en sus futuros esfuerzos, clase del 2021. Continúen y lleven todo lo que han aprendido hasta ahora de sus padres, maestros, asistentes de instrucción, consejeros, distrito, administradores del sitio y compañeros de clase. Recuerden de dónde vienen, González, y siempre perseveren.
At this time, I would like to give a warm welcome and invite our ASB President, Fatima Macias, and our Senior Class President, Emily Villegas, to give our Senior Class Review.
Everyone who was able to join us today. I would like to start by introducing myself. My name is Fatima Macias, the ASB President of 2020-2021 school year. It has been a pleasure to be able to attend Gonzalez High School with all of my fellow peers and devoted faculty. I will miss everyone who was able to make my high school experience something I will always remember and love to look back on. A special thanks to those who not only accompanied me, but helped guide me in this chapter of my life. My family, who was always a great support system and never gave up on me and my dreams. I love them unconditionally. I would like to thank Miss Amador. She always looked out for me and cared enough to hear me out when I needed it the most. And most importantly, never gave up on me when I was feeling down. I will always cherish everything you did for me all throughout high school. I always keep you in my heart. Thank you so much for your love. I also want to thank Ms. Rodriguez. Without you giving me the opportunity of being one of her ASB leadership students, I wouldn't have been able to have experienced high school the way I did. I learned a lot by being in her class, not only about myself, but I learned responsibility, respect, and how to make high school something to look forward to every day. She always knew how to cheer me up on my bad days with her quirky and loving personality. Thank you for all the advice you gave me and for being such a devoted teacher. I always remember your words and hold them close to my heart. As of my senior year experience, it was very odd to know I had to be behind a screen and not be able to experience the many activities we had planned. I am grateful for everything we did and for being able to be here today in person reading my speech, which means so much to me. I will always cherish every single memory I had during my 4 years of high school. Once again, thank you for being able to be here for us today. As we like to say, once a Spartan, always a Spartan. Saludos a todos los que pudieron acompañarnos hoy. Me gustaría comenzar presentándome. Mi nombre es Fátima Macías, la presidenta de ASB del año escolar 2020-2021. Ha sido un placer poder asistir a la escuela González High con todos mis compañeros y profesores dedicados. Extrañaré a todos los que pudieron hacer mi experiencia de high school, algo que siempre recordaré y amaré recordar. Un agradecimiento especial a quienes no solo me acompañaron, sino a aquellos que ayudaron a guiarme en este capítulo de mi vida. A mi familia, que siempre fue un gran sistema de apoyo y nunca se rindió conmigo y mis sueños. Los amo incondicionalmente. Me gustaría agradecer a la señora Amador. Siempre me cuidó y se preocupó lo suficiente como para escucharme cuando más lo necesitaba. Y lo más importante, nunca me abandonó cuando me sentía deprimida. Siempre apreciaré todo lo que hizo para mí durante el tiempo que estuve en González High. Siempre la mantendré en mi corazón. Gracias por su cariño. También quiero agradecer a la señora Rodríguez, sin que me diera la oportunidad de ser una de sus estudiantes de liderazgo y ASB, no hubiera podido experimentar high school de la manera en lo que hice. Aprendí mucho estando en su clase, no solo sobre mí, también aprendí responsabilidad y respeto. Siempre supo cómo animarme en mis días malos con su personalidad cariñosa. Gracias por los consejos que me dio y por ser una profesora tan dedicada. Siempre recordaré sus palabras y las mantendré cerca de mi corazón. A partir de mi experiencia del último año de high school, era muy extraño saber que tenía que estar detrás de una pantalla y no poder experimentar las muchas actividades que habíamos planeado. Estoy agradecida por todo lo que vivimos y por poder estar aquí hoy en persona leyendo mi discurso, lo cual significa mucho para mí. Siempre mantendré cerca cada recuerdo que tuve durante mis 4 años de high school. Una vez más, gracias por poder estar aquí hoy para nosotros. Before I step away and continue with today's ceremony, I would like to honor those who were not able to be here in regards of suffering from a mental illness, those who passed away, and the ones that weren't able to make it due to this pandemic. This is also their big day. Antes de alejarme y continuar con la ceremonia de hoy, me gustaría honrar a aquellos que no pudieron estar aquí por sufrir una enfermedad mental, a los que fallecieron y a los que no pudieron hacerlo debido a esta pandemia. Este también es su gran día. Thank you. Gracias.
Good afternoon, family, friends, faculty, and fellow graduates. It's an honor for me to speak to you, all of you, today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Emily Villegas, and I stand before you not only as a graduating student, but as the senior class president. First and foremost, congratulations, seniors. We did it. We graduated high school. It's astonishing how quickly time flew by. I still remember the first day of freshman year as if it were yesterday. Now, 4 years later, we to head onto different paths. Graduation is one of the most important parts of life because it helps us close an important milestone that can stay with us forever. Today is not only about graduation, but also about recognizing the accomplishments from the past, both personal and at school, that got us to where we are and the journeys we are about to embark on towards our future destination. For the past 4 years, Gonzales High School has been our home away from home. Throughout this time, we focused on school, sports, our different passions, and worried about where we wanted to go to college or what we wanted to pursue. Now, as we leave high school, we have the opportunity to start achieving our goals and working towards our passion. Although we are leaving, I know Gonzales will always have a special place in my heart. In the past year, they have truly shown me what it means for a community to come together in each other's times of need and fulfill our motto of a small town with a big heart. For the majority, I have been classmates with my fellow graduates, with some as young as preschool, and have been able to watch them grow into the people they are today. To me, the best part of high school was getting to experience these past 4 years with these people. When looking back at high school, our daily routines may not seem so different, but when looking at the big picture, these normal days impacted us the most. The thing about life is that it's nothing but moments. The best moments for me involve talking with friends and classmates in between passing periods, having study sessions where we barely studied, rallies, building school floats, and even recently having an epic water balloon fight in the school quad. These moments have made me realize how important the people around you contribute to making you feel and add up to making a bigger moment called life. And if life has taught me anything in the past year throughout the pandemic, it has been to appreciate the little moments with each other, since you never know when something might make that come to an end. For these reasons, I wholeheartedly agree that this growth would have been impossible without the people we interact with in our daily lives. I think it's important that we thank these people for the influence they have had. I'd first like to extend my gratitude to my family and the families of all the graduates for being great support systems. This past year has been hard for many, and I fully believe without your support, many of us would not be here today. I would also like to extend my gratitude to the teachers and the staff of the Gonzales High School. Not only have you all been a great foundation of support this past year for seniors, but you have also played an important role in the education and development of our class by providing us the tools for success and pushing us to strive to reach our goals. Personally, I like to thank my mom for her unconditional love and care, and for being someone I can turn to whenever I need to. Thank you to my friends for forcing me out of my shell. I fully believe I wouldn't have been able to have the experience I've had without you all by my side. Thank you to the seniors for the amazing memories you have given me and for being able to look on the bright side and make the most of our senior year we were able to have. Thank you to Miss Asher, our class advisor, who I met my sophomore year and taught me how to be a leader, and also for contributing a great amount of time to ensure we were able to make some final memories with our classmates. I would also like to say thank you to my fellow officers. Although senior year didn't go as we imagined, I am grateful that I had the privilege of working alongside you all. Before I go, I would just like to wish the seniors the best of luck in achieving your goals. I hope you all cherish these precious memories we have spent together, because no matter what, you can come back to high school. I'm grateful and proud of every one of you. Once again, congratulations, class of 2021.
Will you please join me as we give our attention once again to Mr. Green and our Gonzales High School band as we play the senior dedication song for the class of 2021. conversation.
Well, like many of our meetings throughout the years, this speech was also prepared last minute. 3 years ago, it was the summer of my freshman year, and I had just sworn into ASB office. As I looked to the right, there was a 5'3"-ish teacher I had never seen before. Now, some call her Asher, but I refer to her as the best nacho maker in the world. Little did I know that Miss Asher would go on to become a staple in mine and the other class officers' lives. At our very first meeting, I vividly remember trying to talk through all the noise coming from the rest of the ASB class. In the midst of all that chaos, we managed to make eye contact that somehow said, "What did we just get ourselves into?" Now, all these years later, despite our experience and knowledge, I think it's safe to say we still give each other that same look. Whether it was battling a pandemic, handling a snack bar rush during a football game, or simply listening to us rant about trivial things while we sat in the back of your car. When I think about all the trials and tribulations the class of 2021 has endured, you are the person who stuck by our sides through it all.
Miss Asher, thank you for your guidance, wisdom, patience, and most importantly, your time. Thank you for encouraging us, supporting us, and most of all, caring about us. As an educator, you inspired us to learn. As our advisor, you helped us assume our leadership roles, and as our friend, you impacted our lives significantly. Your extra efforts to ensure our senior year was everything we had envisioned did not go unnoticed. We are extremely thankful for all that you made possible, and even through a pandemic, you managed to make it look easy. We will forever cherish the memories we created and your wise words as we move forward into this next chapter of our lives. Miss Asher, can you please make your way to the stage?
Thank you, Alize and Alexa. Now, can we welcome our salutatorian, Emily Villegas.
Don't worry, guys, this one's shorter. Greetings, everyone. I would like to thank all of you for being here to share this special moment with myself and my fellow graduates, and for playing a role in supporting us get this far. You have all had a profound impact on the development of the students that will be graduating today, and thanks for being here to witness the last chapter of our high school lives. I speak on behalf of our class when I say thank you. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Emily Villegas, and it's with great honor that I stand before you as a class of 2021 salutatorian. Throughout my years in high school, not only have I gained knowledge of the subjects I have studied, but I have also gained key life skills. School has helped to build priceless social skills as well as has instilled a value to succeed in me. For this reason, teachers, I believe you have been extremely instrumental in our education. As we leave this campus and move on to the next chapters of our lives, we will carry you with us, not only the book learning you have taught us, but also the life lessons. We go on to the world with confidence and readiness because of all your combined efforts. Thank you for the lessons you've taught us, and thank you for teaching us to think for ourselves. We are forever grateful. No matter where we go and what we do in this big world, we promise never to forget that we owe it all to you. For the past 4 years, Gonzales High has been our home where we spent several hours a day with classmates and teachers. During this time, we have seen each other go through different life phases, leading us to the person we are today. My fellow seniors have made the past years bearable and not so boring. I will never forget the memories I made in each class with teachers and students, from stressing to turn in assignments on time or studying after school at Starbucks, even coming up with a song for Mr. Picardi's presentations, or ignoring our work during class to gossip. These little moments are the ones I will cherish. Thank you for all the memories you have given me. To my fellow graduates, classmates, and friends, this is your day. Thank you for making my experience at Gonzales High School so amazing. You are each so uniquely special. I wish you all the best in life and everything you do. I hope you all get to live long, healthy, and beautiful lives. I am confident that all of us will achieve great or marvelous things, whether they are known to the world or kept to yourselves. I hope our high school has greatly prepared you for the new journey we are about to face. And remember, once a Spartan, always a Spartan. Once again, congratulations.
Thank you, Emily. Now, if we can get our valedictorian, Andrea Garcia, to come to the stage. Once again, congratulations to both for a job well done.
Good afternoon, teachers, parents, and graduates. I want to start by thanking all of you for being here today. I believe I speak for everyone when I say that we are incredibly lucky to have the opportunity to commemorate our seniors this year. Like many of my peers, my first day of school was spent in front of a computer screen, and I will admit it was depressing. But despite all the challenges that have been presented to us this year, we worked with what we had and made the best for it. I, for one, am incredibly grateful to be standing here to proudly represent this class as the 2021 valedictorian. This year demonstrated the great importance there is for our students to be present in the classroom. We appreciate you teachers for not giving up on us and giving us your best day after day. Seeing my sister be the valedictorian at her middle school promotion ceremony this Thursday brought back memories of when I was her age and in her position 4 years ago. I was just a kid who came from Chular who had no idea what high school had in store for her. All I knew was that I wanted to matter and make a difference. I will never forget the many traditions that I was introduced to and to those who welcomed me. The Friday night lights, parades, rallies, and dances were always something to look forward to. The community here is one that will always strive to do better, which inspired me every day. And although at times it felt like I did not belong or felt out of place, people never hesitated to prove me otherwise. I found a family here in Gonzales, a family made up of teachers, friends, and coaches. They saw me struggle and still accepted me for who I was and believed in my success. I can proudly say that I have no regrets over the last 4 years. One of my best decisions was joining the softball team, actually. I was scared when I went to my first practice freshman year. Trust me when I say I did not know anything about the sport. Most girls had already had years of experience and knew each other, while I was the little Chilerian with glasses who was not an athlete. My mother always asked me, of all the sports you could have chosen to play, why softball? Why? And to be honest, I don't know why I chose it, but I did and I went with it. I learned many lessons from playing, and even though I proved to excel in the classroom, the softball field is where I prefer to be. I was challenged every day to do better, to depend on others, and to fix my mentality when needed. I also got a lot of bad suntans, but it's part of the experience. I met some of the toughest and most talented group of girls ever, and I am proud to have practiced and played with them no matter how tired or sore I felt. In the end, the support from my parents, coaches, and teammates made it all worth it. Now, if you don't mind, I would like to address my parents in Spanish. Para mis padres, gracias por siempre motivarme y ser los primeros en celebrar mis éxitos. Gracias mamá por siempre ir a mis eventos y a mi papá por hacer el tiempo incluso cuando tuviste que trabajar. Tanto su arduo trabajo como su dedicación hacia esta familia no han sido ignorados. Sin su ejemplo no estaría en este escenario. Son la motivación de todo lo que he logrado y seguiré haciendo en la universidad en Cal Poly. Por ustedes voy a seguir ser el ejemplo para mis hermanas menores, aunque a veces no es fácil ser la mayor. Gracias por todo lo que me han dado, los quiero muchísimo. And if you're wondering what I was telling my parents, I was just trying to convince them to take me to Disneyland to celebrate. All jokes aside, they are my #1 fans, and without their encouragement and dedication as parents, I would not be on this stage. Now, as the hard realization that these last 4 years are now coming to a close, remember that even though we are graduating, we never stop representing our school and community. I hope that even after today, you continue to succeed and give back in any way that you can. And as we depart and set out to follow our own paths, I want you all to thank someone today. So, thank you teachers for all that we have learned, parents for your support, friends for the memories, and fellow graduates for your hard work these past 4 years. Thank you.
Again, congratulations to our valedictorian and salutatorian Andre Garcia and Emily Vegas for their well-deserved accomplishments. Graduates, please stand. May I have Superintendent Irving, will you please come up to the stage as I present to you the graduates at this time.
Mr. Soriano, it is with great pride that on behalf of the Gonzales Unified School District School Board and the authority vested in me as superintendent, I accept the Gonzales High School class of 2021.
Graduates, you may be seated. We will now begin the presentation of the diplomas. Can we have Ms. Zuniga, Mr. Morales, and the Board of Trustees please come down to the stage?
Andrea Garcia. Emily Villegas. Martín Almaraz Valdez. Alice Ayala. Jessica Pacas Rodríguez. Carolina Pérez Reyes. Giselle Pérez Zavala. Armando Ayala. Yareli Alcázar. Alan Bautista. Paulina Amador. Brian Blas Guido. Amaris Anguiano. Jesús Bustos. Sofía Arellano. José Campos. Isabela Arriola. Chase Castillo. Cheyenne Marie Ayala. Jesús Castro.
You're fine. You gotta wait anyway. Good job. Good job, sir.
Jocelyn Caro. David Diaz. Mary Castillo. Robert Dominguez. April Castro. Francisco Eleazar Oliveros. Jacqueline Chavez Melendez. Noel Galeana. Natalie Chavez Oliva. Ernesto Esquivel. Guadalupe Fletes. Jonathan Mendez. Heidi Flores. Miguel Mendoza. Emily Franchioni. Josiah Minor. Stephanie Galvan.
Right there. Good job.
Jonathan Moreno. Nancy Garcia. Alex Murillo. Leticia Garcia. Brian Ortiz Marquez. Talia Michelle Guerrero. René Reyes. Lisbeth Guzman. José Saavedra. Alexa Hernández. Adán Sánchez. Dayanira Hernández. Misael Sánchez. María Hernández. Daniel Serrano. Isabel León. Gabino Solís. Jacqueline López Martínez. Reinaldo Torres. Ashley Ochoa. Diego Valdez. Grace Olivas. Jonathan Valdez. Good job, bud. Sandy Oliveros. Jose Valdez. Betsy Pascasio Gutierrez. Ignacio Valdez. Olivia M. Perea. Rafael Valdez. Sarah Harris. Angel Gonzalez. Sofía Monique Prieto. Selena Rose Rentería. Karina Rico Valdez. Jessica Renee Rodriguez. Madeline Rodriguez. Leah Rose Salas. Mayerly Suárez Santos. Delilah Valdez. Jennifer Valdez. Michelle Villarreal Acosta. Kimberly Zarate. Joanna Zavala. Isaac Santos. Jasmine Velasquez. Thank you, Superintendent Irving and Board of Trustees. Mr. Morales, Ms. Zuniga. Now, can we have all of our ASB officers on the stage for our tassel ceremony? Yes, due to the COVID restrictions, please meet your seniors at the school. Please exit the same way you entered, and thank you once again for being part of this celebration.